In this video, we're going to talk about hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's. These are my 5 tips for healing this 100% naturally. My wife used to suffer from horrible Hashimoto's, hypothyroidism. We could not go to the grocery store. She would pass out in the grocery store, and I had to pick her up and put her in the cart and cart her home. I mean, it was so bad. But now we can go out and walk and live life normally, and we did that by addressing the root cause. My name's Mike, the Heal Your Gut Guy, and I use something called German New Medicine to get my Crohn's disease and other autoimmune issues under control. And so the first tip is learning the basics of what Hashimoto's, hypothyroidism, and we'll even talk about hyperthyroidism a little bit from a German New Medicine perspective. Dr. Hammer was the founder of this new way of thinking about our health, and he went with this idea that, hey, our brain controls our whole entire body, so our brain must be controlling this, whatever the thyroid is doing. The brain has a say in it. And so he would look at his patient's CT scans, and everyone who had thyroid issues had a ring-shaped formation in a very specific location 100% of the time. So if someone had hyperthyroidism, there would be a sharp ring there 100% of the time. If someone had hypothyroidism, there would be a washed out ring there 100% of the time. So what's going on here? He discovered that these rings would not show up unless someone suffered a conflict shock, a stressful event that caught them off guard. So what you want to do is start thinking back to when your thyroid issues first started. What was really stressful in your life? We need to start doing that and try to identify the conflict shock, the stressful event that put this organ into overdrive. Every organ has a survival purpose. The survival purpose of the thyroid is to regulate your metabolism. When there's something we're trying to get, I need to get that stock, that futures, the ETF I'm going to buy, the NFT I'm going to buy. I need to get in line. I need to grab this thing from the store before somebody else buys it. I need this job opportunity. I'm not quick enough to do something, or I'm not quick enough to get rid of something. I'm not quick enough to get something, or I'm not quick enough to get rid of this grenade or this hot potato. That's what the thyroid's function is. It regulates the metabolism so that you can get something or get rid of something faster. And so during the conflict active phase, I'm trying to get this new position at this new job. I need this new job. So, I got to stress out about all the paperwork and getting all the credentials and all that stuff. So what the body is doing, they need help. And so what the thyroid's doing, it goes, okay, extra thyroid cells. So some of you guys are going to have goiters. Some of you are going to have lumps and nodules on your thyroid. And the purpose of these extra cells is to produce extra thyroid hormone so that it can create more T4 and hormones to rev up your metabolism more. When this conflict gets resolved, maybe you get the job or it doesn't pan out or something, this resolution is very subjective to the person. So let's say they get the job, and they don't got to, the thyroid's like, okay, we can relax now. We got the job, everything's going to be okay. So now, all of a sudden, the body says, we don't need these extra thyroid cells anymore. Let's get rid of them. And so it's removing these extra thyroid cells. And as the thyroid's kind of going this reconstructive process, it can't create as much T4 and other hormones as it normally can. So this person is going to feel fatigued. This person's going to feel fatigued and tired because there's not as much T4 in the system, or whatever hormones are that it is composed of, T4, T3, and all the other things. So when it becomes chronic, when it becomes a problem, is when this conflict is off and on. Okay, I got to apply to this new job. I got to keep on thriving. And it depends on the person's personality. But if the conflict is off and on, off and on, off and on, the cell proliferation's off and on, cell proliferation, cell removal, cell proliferation, cell removal, and the thyroid will all of a sudden look like a wasteland. because it's just gone through so much of a beating, and that's when the thyroid hormone really gets hurt and the person can really experience fatigue. So the first thing we want to do, so now that we understand that hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's is a result of turning on overdrive off and on our thyroid for way too long, how do we turn it off for good? First, try to find out what the stressful event was. So we need to understand, now you understand what it is from a German New Medicine perspective. Second, we need to identify the conflict shock. What was the stressful event going on in your life when your thyroid issues first started? And your fatigue won't show up until it got resolved. We also need to find your tracks, and we do this by documenting when you have a crash, when you just la-da-da-da-da, and then you just feel tired. I know some of you guys are going to tell me like, oh, I always feel tired. No. When do you crash? It's always followed by, because when a track is a reminder of the conflict. So you'll get this reminder of the conflict and you'll kind of go into crazy mode, and then it gets resolved and then you crash. I want you to document what that is. For my wife, every time we went to the store, there was something about going into the store. I like to mosey around and see all the new products and stuff. My wife would run into the store like a mad woman and just start grabbing stuff and throwing it. It was like it was a race or something like that. And then by the time we got to the checkout aisle, boom, she would crash. And I'd have to like put her in the cart and take her home. So what she did, once she found out what this track was, she came to peace with it. She doesn't know where it came from, but she said, hey, when I go to the grocery store, when I go to the store, I'm going to relax. She grew up in the Soviet Union, so maybe that has something to do with it. But hey, I'm going to relax and be calm. The grocery store is safe. You know, there's going to be plenty of blueberries and plenty of bacon. You know, I don't got to worry about that. Everything's going to be okay. So how do medications come into the mix? Those first two things that I mentioned are extremely important. And so what medications do is taking the T4, that's just making up for the lack of thyroid hormone that's missing because your thyroid's beat up. And so some people have to take these medications for the rest of their life, especially if it's been going on for a while. But if someone who's just been suffering for probably under a year, they could probably wean themselves off of medications at some point. Diet is don't blame food. Blaming food is going to make things much, much, much worse. Food has nothing to do with your thyroid unless you become a crazy person about food and you're following these stupid keto diets and stuff like that. You want to quit all those diets. You want to unfollow people brainwashing you with all that stuff, because there's tons of people in the world that are eating these foods and they don't have thyroid symptoms. You ate these foods your whole life and you didn't have thyroid symptoms. Thyroid issues aren't caused by energy and nutrients. Thyroid issues are caused by a conflict shock and not having that conflict being fully resolved. So guys, if you want my help in addressing these issues, I have 2 other coaches with me inside my Rapid Gut Healing program. One, she has over 10 years of experience with German New Medicine. Another one is a hypnotist, so he can help you get over your tracks and help you come to peace with your conflicts. And then you also get to talk to me 3 times a week. We do these live Q&As. We have a private Facebook group where I answer all your questions every single day, and my coaches answer your questions too. And yeah, we just want to deliver you as much value as possible, and it comes with tons and tons and tons of educational videos so that you can understand the basics of German New Medicine and address your other health issues as well. But if you have gut issues as well, I know a lot of you with thyroid issues also have gut issues. I have a free 30-day program that can help you, get your gut health back. So, gut issues do not cause thyroid issues, but you probably had a conflict shock or a series of conflict shocks that turned on the gut special program and the thyroid special program. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. What can I help you with? I reply to all my comments, but you need to, this is your life at stake here. You need to watch my 30-day plan. A student gained 25 kilograms, 50, 60 pounds over a couple of months periods, just using this program, just using my free content, just using that 30-day plan. So good luck healing, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.